Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-June 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. Welcome to mid-June. Depending on when you're watching this, you may even be watching on my birthday, Sagittarius. But, as always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of June. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1, what's wrapping up and coming to a close, Sagittarius. We are starting with the summary affirmation card, I am a warrior. So, I have a love-hate relationship with this card. Let me explain a little bit. I wish that all things in life were easy, and that simply is just not the case. However, the nice thing about the warrior card is it's something you are passionate enough about to fight for it, to push forward on. So again, it's kind of here and there. So I wish things were easier. They're not. But again, it's you making the effort to go after or fight for this one thing, which in itself is amazing. Again, we are passionate. We care enough about it to fight for it. But again, maybe things were a little bit more challenging in the last few weeks than we would have liked them to be. Let's take a look at our clarifiers here, or our cards here. First up, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. This is about using your resources in a resourceful way. So things like time, money, energy, and being smart with how we use those resources. With this being past tense, I would say that we did a good job of this. So as you fought for this thing that you were hoping for, you were putting the right resources in the right place at the right time. The next card we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a card of being very supportive, being very tolerant, being very empathetic. This is like rolling with the bumps too. So whatever comes up, being able to go after it and continue to go after it and continue to go after it. So this is like coming through as resilience here with the King of Cups. And then at the bottom here, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. So this is, again, you taking action, you moving towards that thing that you want. But this is also the new project, creative idea, the opportunity, the thing that you were seeking. So I think this extra fight, this extra push that you went after was worthwhile here. Because, again, it's like you got to this new opportunity. Let's take a look at clarifiers, though, and see what other content I can give you. First up, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. Again, you knew exactly where to put your resources, exactly where to use your resources. So great job on trusting your intuition. It's like you knew where to push, where to fight, where not to. The next card that we have is the Three of Cups. This is like celebratory. Again, this is accomplishing what we were hoping to accomplish. This could be a card of circle of support too. So you could have had some motivation. For the most part, I feel like you were fighting this kind of battle or fighting this challenge alone, but it doesn't mean that people weren't supportive of the cause. And then at the bottom here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is working hard and reaping the benefits of it. So this is very fitting with the Eight of Pentacles. Again, the Page of Wands, it's fighting for the things that you want, getting done what you wanted to get done. And this is the new thing. So working hard to get to this new thing, reaping the benefits, which is this new thing. There's also a lot of enjoyment too. So like whatever this new thing is something you will enjoy on an ongoing forward basis, Sagittarius, which is great to see as well. So now let's take a look at our next column, which is just general what's coming for the remainder of June. We have the card, I Am Bonded. So this is really a relationship-driven card. This is about being connected, having a deep bond. This could be friend, family member, child, parent, spouse, animal, co-worker, but there is a bond that's really kind of taking center stage in these next few weeks. But let's see what messages we've got here. Okay. First up, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. If you take a look at this card, they built more of a fence versus a wall. A wall would block all things out, where the fence you kind of get to filter in those things that you want, filter out those things that you don't want. So again, this is about having good boundaries as we go into the remainder of June. This is also a card of persistence, so continuing to push forward on something here. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. This is things like retirement or inheritance. Congratulations for those of you that are retiring. But this is like you're making the right moves for something long term. Again, you're paving the way to leave a legacy. So whatever this is that you're pushing forward on, we're leaving a legacy. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. I think this is why the boundaries are so important, because this thing is like trying to sneak up and bite you. So again, I wouldn't say, I don't love to say it this way, but like maybe have your guard up. Again, make sure you have clear boundaries. Don't bend your boundaries going forward, because like there is something here that can derail it if we don't catch it. But let's take a look at our clarifiers and see where we're going here. First up for clarifiers, we have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So this thing that we're persistently working towards, this thing that we want, I do see us reaching it and being very successful here, which is great to see. The next card that we have, again, setting ourselves up, leaving this legacy. So definitely success with the persistence coming there. The next card that we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very tolerant, very empathetic, very understanding. So it's like as things come up, we're processing each thing that comes up, but then you need to either embrace it or pass it on. So it's like yes or no. So clearly look things over, but then it's a yes or no. Again, that ties well into that kind of boundaries, that protecting ourselves, evaluating each thing individually and giving a yes or no. I know that's not always your standard meaning of the King of Cups, but that's the message I'm getting. So take everything at face value and then discard or keep. And then at the bottom here, we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is a card of balance and harmony. It is a card too of self-control, but this is again more so being in control. So we're looking to prevent this. We're looking at every single situation to prevent this one thing from not happening, or preventing something that could derail us from happening. So again, evaluate each situation as you move forward in this, and again, it's yes or no, keep or discard type energy. But it does look like this is going to be successful. That persistence, that effort will pay off. And again, it is really setting yourself up well for the future. That card of leaving a legacy there. Okay, now let's look at our next column, which is anything related to money. So starting out with a quick money message here for you, Sagittarius. What if money did grow on trees? Remember, all trees have season and your money works the same. Which season are you in currently as it relates to finances? Are you investing in planting seeds, or is this the time where you collect your harvest? Know what season you're in and nurture your energy accordingly. So in this column, we are going to take a look at anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. Ooh-wee, this is a good lineup here, Sagittarius. So anything you associate with money. First up, we have the Ten of Cups. If you've watched my readings before, you've heard me say this like a broken record. The Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. This is total love, total support, contentment, happiness. This is everything wonderful. Hence why I love the Ten of Cups. If you look, we have a nice full rainbow, happy couple of kids playing. The grass is green, water's running. There's a house in the background. Again, this is contentment. This is happiness. How many people can say they're happy with their finances? They're content with their work. So love this card. Also, if you're trying to buy a house, this is a good card for you too, with that little house in the background. It's actually how I ended up in this wonderful house I'm in too. The Ten of Cups led me here. Anyways, moving on to our next card, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a card. This is like Prince or Princess Charming. This is like a knight in shining armor. Typically this is a love card, but one of the meanings of this card is like proposal and opportunity. So it's like this is the ideal, the picture perfect opportunity you have been wanting. So I love this. There's happiness, there's contentment here. This is everything you've wanted. This is the perfect ideal opportunity. And then at the bottom here we have the Empress. The Empress is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. This is being able to create whatever career we want, create whatever financial situation we want. This is also an abundance, and in terms of money, it's an abundance of money because we're in our money column. So financially, things just look so good. Like I said, this is exactly what you want, the contentment, the ideal opportunity, the abundance here. Really, really good, Sagittarius. Okay, now let's take a look at our clarifiers. First up, we have the Chariot. Somebody once described the Chariot to me as the vroom vroom card. It's action, it's change, it's about being on the journey. You're on the journey to this perfect situation, to this ideal, to this contentment. So I love it. This could also be new vehicles, so some new house and new vehicle energy in there. The next card that we have is the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is a card of skill, quality, craftsmanship. Put your best foot forward in this opportunity. Again, this is the exact thing you want. So if you are going to put time and energy in, now is the time. Do your best work here as we embark on this perfect new opportunity for you. And at the bottom here, of course, there's more money. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness, but this is new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. Not only do we have an abundance of money, we have this wonderful new money card as well. Man, oh man, that is probably the best money column I've had in a long time, Sagittarius. So rock with that. Okay, next card we have is, or excuse me, our next column is love. So we're going to start with a quick love message here. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joy. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to love, family, friends, relationship, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love here, Sagittarius. So at first we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card, I don't know, it has a lot of different meanings. So let's kind of unpack this. For some of you, there's something we've been waiting for. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting. The Two of Wands can also be a decision card. Anytime we have two of something on a card, it is a decision card. So potentially a decision that needs to be made. And this could also be a card of travel. So 3 wildly different meanings. I'm sure some of them are applicable to all of you. The next card we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is about what feels good at your core. This light inside the lantern is the light inside of you. This should be the light that guides you forward. We go within for clarity. We go within to make sure we're on our path. So there's almost like some soul searching, some figuring out what we want here. And then at the bottom here, we have the World card. The World card is a card of completion, completing a goal, completing a lesson. Maybe what once made us feel really good is no longer what we want, and that's okay. That could be a relationship ending. It could be a relationship moving on to the next chapter. Maybe it's a friend that, 10 years ago, that friend was exactly what we needed, and maybe that's not the case now. So it does seem like something's wrapping up, coming to a close. The World card is also a travel card, and you had that travel card earlier too, so potentially some travel around love happening here, Sagittarius. But let's take a look at our clarifiers now. At first, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is, again, a decision card. So it does feel like some sort of decision needs to be made, probably as to if these things with the Hermit, is this still what we need? Is this still what we want? Is this still part of our life's path? And we need to kind of evaluate some relationships based on that. The next card we have is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very confident. You know deep down the answer to this. So just keep that in mind. That gut feeling, that intuition doesn't lie there. So again, that gut feel. And at the bottom here, the Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, change. So there very well could be some changes again. Some things are coming to an end, but with an end, there are new things. So that's that kind of action and change going forward. But this needs to be action and change driven by what feels good to you at your core. What's part of your life's purpose, your greater good here, Sagittarius. Okay, now let's look at our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the card, I will worship. This is interesting, but this is like getting screamed to me. You need to worship yourself these next few weeks. So use the remainder of June to cherish and worship you, Sagittarius. But let's see what cards we're working with. This is very much so you cards. You cards here. So first up we have the Sun. This is material happiness, joy, success, positive outcomes. So I love this. We're gonna have a really nice, strong next few weeks here, Sagittarius. But do the things that make you happy. Do the things that bring you joy. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. If you look at this card, it's not really a cup on here. It's more of a trophy. And you are this trophy. So treat yourself like that trophy. Worship yourself. Cherish yourself. Again, take care of yourself as that trophy that you are. Doing those things that bring you a lot of joy and happiness. And at the bottom here, we have the Ace of Wands. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. But this is like new inspiration to treat yourself, to take care of yourself. But I love that. Let's take a look at what our clarifiers are for this column. First up, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of desire for long-term security. This is like you want to feel good. This is the desire, the need to kind of nurture yourself, worship yourself, treat yourself, the need to feel happiness. So again, I'm so glad that you're taking this action for yourself here, Sagittarius. The next card we have is the Magician. The Magician is about turning those visions into reality. You can be whoever you want to be. You can take as good of care of yourself as you want to take care of. You want to be this trophy, so to be this trophy, start to treat yourself like the trophy here. And last but not least, we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, this is like theft, betrayal, dishonesty. I feel like for a while there's like something we wanted to escape away from, get away from. But in reality, we like just need to move past, take care of ourselves in the moment, take care of this opportunity, this urge to make ourselves this trophy, turn our visions into reality, obtain that kind of happiness that we really want. So it's not really running, it's just moving past. Okay, now at this time I'm going to give the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 10 of Diamonds. This is number 8 card. This is going to be a no. Question number 2 is the King of Diamonds. This is number 15 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 4 of Hearts. This is number 17 card. That's going to be a yes. So no, yes, yes there for you, Sagittarius. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of June. You have Emerald this month, which is good for harmony, beauty, opens you up, revitalizes, gives you a nice sense of togetherness. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note, Sagittarius, says, healing is a journey traveled one step at a time, one day at a time, one prayer at a time. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Sagittarius, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your June.